Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jason Olthoff with the Pro Networker on Facebook. So if you're watching any of this stuff, make sure you click, like some things, share the videos that I'm going to be sharing here. But anyways, today I am down here with Matt Britton. He's with the National Council with 40 Days for Life out of Texas. So Matt, share with us a little bit about what's going on and introduce Jennifer.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for having us. My name is Matt Britton. I'm the General Counsel at 40 Days for Life, and I'm also on the board for 40 Days for Life and have been for a long time, a decade. And I'm here with Jennifer Wade, who is our, what we call our leader, our vigil, our campaign leader here outside of this awful building, Planned Parenthood of Montana in Great Falls, Montana. This is not my first time here. Apologize for the sunglasses, but I'm glad to be wearing them because the last time I was here, I was in a parka and mucklucks and freezing to death 2 years ago. I think it was about 28 degrees, which doesn't sound cold in Montana, but when the wind whips up, it is. So I'll take the sun and the sunglasses and 82-degree weather any day of the week, any month. But I am up here visiting from Texas, but I now live in the great state of Montana. I moved from Virginia, which is a country far to the east of here. You may have heard of it, much like the country of California, which is just slightly to the west, with very different laws. But praise be to God, we got rid of Governor Ralph Northam, who was a pro-infanticide pediatrician. But, you know, Jennifer, after you introduce yourself, tell the folks about Montana, because even though everybody in Montana at the state level who is elected is pro-life,
yes,
the state has 5 abortion facilities and is killing thousands of little Montanans a year. How could that possibly be? And tell us what it means to be here on the street corner in Great Falls.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm Jennifer Wade, and I've been in Great Falls for 13 years, involved in the pro-life community here, walking out in front of Planned Parenthood for about 7 years.
Thank you. Praise be to God.
Oh, thank you.
It'll close, won't it?
Yes. Oh, yes. And we are so happy to have so many supporters over here and supporting life. And unfortunately, I keep getting the question, well, abortion's over. Roe versus Wade is turned over. So why are you guys out here? And I just keep telling them that it is like the Supreme Court, the Roe versus Wade, but it's now in Montana, where they have used the right to privacy. That's still in our...
They've made up the right to privacy, right?
Yes.
So let me explain it, since
right.
I gotta earn my paycheck. I am a lawyer here. Roe v. Wade did not end abortion in America. You know, in 1973, 9 unelected men. What happened to trust women? I don't know, but women trusted men in 1973. 9 unelected men, 1 minority, put on black robes, called themselves supreme, and said that women could kill their own child at their own discretion. And they ripped from the robust debate of American politics from the states. They ignored the 10th Amendment, and they said, we are supreme and we will decide. They made up the right to privacy. They made up the trimester framework, which was argued by neither side. Justice Blackmun made that up. And then 20 years later in Casey, they upheld it again. They said, oh, we were wrong about privacy. It's called something called due process, substantive due process, meaning that nobody understood what they were talking about. But we're for women, right? But praise be to God, after Texas tried, after Louisiana tried, Mississippi wrapped itself in glory, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Ended abortion in America. 5 pro-life justices ended abortion as a constitutional right, in America. But that didn't end abortion, did it? It drew the battle lines. And 4 states would be totally against abortion, Montana being one of them. Minnesota, Alaska, we would ban abortion. They're conservative states, life-loving states, baby-loving states. We don't kill our own children. We're Americans. But in 1999, Armstrong v. State, your Supreme Court, also putting on black robes and calling themselves supreme, they said, Armstrong was a notorious abortionist here, trained actually the abortionists, they trained the abortionist up in Kalispell, where I just was, Kalispell and Whitefish. And so the legacy is living on. 130,000 Montanans have been aborted. That's 13% of the population of Montanans left on Earth. Anyway, so long statement, but Roe v. Wade has drawn the battle line, and we are in an unusual situation, aren't we?
Yes.
With a great pro-life governor, great pro-life U.S. Senator Davis.
Yes.
Matt is a great pro-life Great name, by the way. Great pro-life congressman,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's pro-life in the
Yes.
whole state. Yes. We can't get it. So you're going to do it with prayer and fasting and saying to these young women, don't go in there because I love you, right?
Yes.
And isn't that sidewalk
Absolutely.
outreach? Isn't that why
Yes.
you're here?
Yes.
So tell them about that. How many days, how many people come out here? How many saves have you had? What's going on?
Yes, we get to have different churches that come out, and other pro-life people from the community come out. We're here 8 to 6 every day. And
that's hard, right?
It is. You get a lot of feedback one way or the other, and we're just trying to reteach
All the
people.
honks are for
and
us, though.
That's right. And we're trying to love these people, and we offer healing. We actually have different healing, some information and places that we can take these people who've been hurt by abortion. So we're trying to help them in that way. We have our outreach, and we also have training, so you can reach out to these other people. The 40 Days for Life University has a great training program to speak to these women, to the families, and to help so that in the future their babies can live and continue on.
And you see a group here. Obviously, this is our midpoint rally, and I came here, and I'm praise be to God that I can be here. Praise be to God that my mom was pro-life, so I could be here. I'm the last of 10. I have 8 children myself. And but you get a group like this, but it's not always like this, is it? You don't
No.
always have so many people, and you don't always have young people. That's what we need, young people, because
Yes.
young people are having abortions, and a young woman, 17, 19, 25, will respond to a young woman out here who says, don't go in there. You can choose life. I was in your situation. My parents didn't kick me out. My parents did kick me out, but my grandmother welcomed me, or my aunt welcomed me. You're not going to do better because you don't have a job or money without your baby. There is no positive in there. 2 people walk in and 1 walks out, and that young lady walks out alone. I'll tell you what's in there. There's a cash register where you have to give them $500 to $600. There's a chair and a doctor. He puts on headphones probably so you don't hear the heartbeat. Do they do surgical abortions here?
They do chemical abortions.
Chemical
Yes,
only. Well,
yes.
so in this facility, I should say that there isn't this, but in the surgical abortion facilities, they put on headphones so you can't hear your baby's heartbeat because they know that 90% of women who hear a baby's heartbeat will choose life. Then they turn the screen with the Doppler radar so you can't see the ultrasound of the baby, don't they? Because if you see that baby, you'll say, but my mom told me when she told me to come here, it was just a blob. She used a word, blastocyst, right? Because that's what little kids call themselves, blastocyst. I'm just a blastocyst, mommy, don't go. Right. They're babies, and everyone knows it, and you know it. And we love you. Don't go in there. And then after they cut your baby up and vacuum it out, they put it together to make sure no little parts are left in you. This is the truth. And then they put you in a little hard chair, and they maybe give you juice and crackers so that you feel better, and they watch you for a little while. Make sure you don't bleed to death. And then your Uber ride comes, and you're alone, and hopefully you don't bleed to death at home, but you are alone. And you know what happens when you change your mind? There's no I want my baby back room in there. Only this lady is here for you. Only this lady is here for you. And when you come out here and say, what did I do? I killed my baby. Where can I go? She will say, you can come right here, because there is healing and there is forgiveness. This isn't what it always looks like. We're having an event called a Midpoint Rally, and praise be to God, these great folks just came out. We just did a great prayer with them. But what is it like? It's hard to be a 40 Days for Life leader, and it's cold in Montana, isn't it?
It is.
Not today.
Right now we're in a great weather. Spring can actually get pretty cold, and 2 socks, wool socks, and mufflers and all of that. And we appreciate everybody coming out. Sometimes there's 2 of us, which we really require to have 2 people out here. And yeah, there is opposition. People have a lot of hurt in their lives, and they want to direct it at us as they're driving by. So,
but you get to see it, right? When you
do.
go to the Albertsons, that's the grocery store here in Montana. When you go to the grocery store, you walk down the aisles, you don't know who's hurting, right? They're not yelling at you.
Right,
They're not
right.
flipping you off.
Right.
But here,
Oh yes.
you are evangelizing,
Yes.
and
Oh,
they
yes.
know it.
Yes.
And when they foam and yell, you've had so many opportunities. Is there anything that just warms your heart that you can say that happened to you? Either someone said, I won't go in there, or someone said, okay, I understand, or even you giving me something to think about?
Actually, we have a gal that's going to speak today. I met her 4 days ago, and she has chosen a mom who had 7 miscarriages to take her son and adopt him. So she chose life.
Wow.
And she just happened to be walking by and saw our signs and said, I totally believe. And now today she's going to come speak at our event today. And it's stories like that. The mom went ahead and made a video for me yesterday. It's an incredible video of, you know, what she's gone through and gave up on children. And then through her church and through God, she actually had this young lady who is just wonderful come up to her and say, I choose you to be the mom of my son. And they have an open relationship. It's just beautiful. So
and
it's
none
stories
of that
like
you would
that.
even know, or maybe wouldn't even happen if she hadn't just seen you out as a witness.
Right.
And maybe said, why are you out here? You could be anywhere. Why are you out here? Well, we want you to come out here too. If you don't understand what we're doing, Planned Parenthood does. They recently said, we don't get how this is working. How is prayer and fasting working?
Oh yeah.
But it is. And of course they don't get it because they're lukewarm, but you're not. If you don't understand, just give up a meal. Just skip lunch, skip dinner, come out for 1 hour. I guarantee you will get more than you gave, and you will be able to evangelize the gospel of life, and you will be able to save a life. You will be able to see a miracle. Now, there are enough miracles in the Gospels for all of us, but if you want to see one, come out here and watch a woman say, I will not kill my own child. Because no matter what, as bad as our laws are, if women won't go into abortion and if doctors won't commit them, who cares how lousy our politicians are? Well, praise be to God.
Oh, thank
Bless you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, Matt.
having me here.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for having
Jason.
me. Really
Thanks to
appreciate
all
it.
these great people. Come out here and close this awful facility.
Yes.
Let them know
Yes.
that people in Great Falls in Montana, in the United States of America, we're for the underdog. We help the person who can't help themselves. The very young, the lame, the elderly, the sick, and the unborn most of all.
Yes.
When they can stand up and march, when they can stand on street corners, when the unborn can file lawsuits, then we can stop doing this, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
God bless you.
Awesome. Hey, thank you guys for coming out here today and just being a part of what we got here. So thank you. And this is Jason signing off. Just come down, check out what's going on down here at Planned Parenthood, and let's shut this facility down, as Jennifer and Matt have said. So with that, you guys have an amazing day.
Jason.